Hello, welcome to Haloodies. Haloodies is our series all about food, and we're here today joined with some fabulous guests and the one and only Abdul Yassin from the Cinnamon Kitchen.
On today's Haloodies, we're joined by famous Pakistani nasheed artist Najm Shiraz and his wife Salwa. And Sir Iqbal Sikrani, who is currently board member of World Islamic Economic Forum in London.
So we're going to get started. So Abdul, what are we cooking today?
Okay. Today we'll be doing two recipes, one of which is the most traditional way of doing a quail. Now, quail is a very underestimated, I would say, if it's not the right word. But people do not...
Underrated?
Underrated. Underrated dish. Because obviously it's simply because the way it's been reared, it is not something which is organically fed. It is not something which is you monitoring it over a period of time to see how it's been bred. Quail is something, it also undergoes a very, very inhuman way of being reared. So which obviously does not take it to in the category where people would want to consider it as one of the delicacies. But having said that, Indian cuisine or Pakistani cuisine or the approach of traditional cuisines, quail is one delicacy which definitely highlights your table. Right. If you have people sitting around you and you have a dish of quail right in the center of the table, you're talking about people, it's an eyebrow, people are stunned to see as to how it brings a very different view altogether on the table. Mm-hmm. So the recipe that we'll be doing here today will be a quail which is nicely dressed, whole quails, a little ambitious because obviously people when they cook whole meats along with the bone, they're not very, very clear as to how much of a time will it take, whether it's getting dry or not. But this is an absorption method. This is something which is dum cooking, which is obviously one of the highlights of the Indian cuisine. Marinating with aromatic spices, with a few spices that I'll be talking to you about, and then obviously allowing it to cook slowly, monitoring the time definitely, or else we don't want it to get burnt.
No, not at all.
But yeah, and then garnishing it with a little bit of nice crunch of onions and some nice brown onions. And to highlight it on the plate, absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's the first recipe that I'll be doing. And the second recipe, again, is a form of an absorption method, which is going to be a biryani. The idea of doing a biryani on the stage here would be to show people how easily you can do a biryani in just following a couple of steps. It is about planning yourself before you start to cook. That's how a biryani would relate it. Absolutely, yeah. Mm-hmm. So these two dishes we'll be doing today.
And we've got some quail here to prepare, haven't we? So I think we'll have Najm. Do you want to come along and do a little bit of quail preparation for us? There we are. We'll let the tea towel there. We'll just give your hands a rinse down there for us. And we've got these couple of quail just to finish off preparing. We've got some prepared here already. But all we need to do is remove the skin from the quail. There's a tea towel just there if you need it there.
I don't need to do that, right? I could just give my blessings.
Do you think? Do you want the skin removing, Chef?
Yes.
You want it removing? Yes, so we're going to take the skin off there.
Yeah, I mean, these have been removed, and then if there's some neck, we can just lose that neck as well.
Oh, that's too small.
And whatever is, and we'll marinate it on this, so we'll finish
right,
the marination.
How about this?
First.
Oh, that looks fine to me. We'll go with that one.
It's a bit too big for the quail.
I'm not going to argue with a man with a knife.
Being used properly, the way you see these.
Yeah, so if I do one, if you do the other one, so this is one prepared already. So really, at the moment, it's a case to remove the skin.
Okay. So we don't need a knife for that.
Not for this operation. No, you should be able to just really.
I'm going to follow you.
Yeah, just go down from this end here. It's very thin skin. You can see it just tears away. Look at that. Beautiful. So leave that really nice flesh underneath there, the breast portions, and just keep pulling it away like this. And then we're going to just go down past the legs. It's not the sort of thing you do every day, is it? But
no.
When we're talking food, these are some of the techniques which are involved for some of the best recipes. So,
but I could cook a bit.
Who does the cooking at home?
Somebody's much better. But I have learned chicken kadhai.
He's a very good cook, actually.
Is he? Right, yes, we get these skins removed, and once we've done that, if there's any neck left, we just need to trim away the neck as well, so that's out of the way. And we'll just remove the neck stump like this, see? Just trim it away.
Okay.
There we go.
I hope Abdullah Bhai is happy with
we'll pop our debris in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Skin
and our quail
removing.
On here.
No, the idea when you move the skin from a bird like that and expose it to cooking is because you want the spices to enter into the flesh. If you have a skin, it generally adds like a protection and you don't get anything inside it, yeah.
Would you use the skin, all these kind of things for making a stock as well, maybe? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no, not in this recipe because the meat will be simmered so it'll already have a lot of flavors in it.
How did you do this part?
Oh, do you want me to just literally
it's very
underneath
easy.
it there?
It's just to plug the skin off.
Just pull it off there like that. It's quite a robust...
From the neck, yeah.
That's it. Off it comes. It's not the kind of thing you do every day, so it's just a bit of it's practice, isn't it, really? That's all it is. So pull it away there like this.
Once that's
Out
done,
it comes. And we're just about there, I think. With these little wingtips here, we don't mind too much about
I've never
them.
had these?
You've never had?
Never
had
I've
quail?
Just read about them.
Right, so we've got our quail prepared then over here. So we've got the necks removed and the skin removed. So what do we do? What do we do next then, Abdul?
now, I've just done a marination for you. This is a basic marination. Ginger garlic paste, red chili powder, turmeric powder.
It's going to be hot.
Not really, unless
Chili?
you want it to be.
You can make it as hot as you like, you say, yeah.
Yes, that we'll do towards the end.
Love hot food. So yes.
We all do, actually.
So
Extra
we've added some seasoning like some salt. Basic, because we're going to sear it, but we'll add a lot of other seasoning and spices just to make it a little more wholesome. So what you need to do here is, definitely it's time that you put your sleeves up now. We should do some actual cooking today, isn't it?
This is real cooking now. You've got to get your sleeves rolled up.
Okay,
You get to do the tasting, don't you?
There'll be some burden off your shoulders, definitely.
He's going to make me one.
Yes. So what you need to do is, first, you need to dirty your hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so get your hands with all the ingredients.
The best cooks talk to the food with the hands, with the
now's the
feel.
time, or-
Yes, absolutely. Just put your,
in there then,
keep on marinating it.
Comfortable with?
Absolutely, comfortable. Now you need to rub the quail one by one and place it on different containers.
Okay, should I dip both
Yeah.
my hands or?
Yes, absolutely. You'll have
That's
to.
it.
There you go. There you go. One quail goes there. You rub it properly inside out and keep it here.
All nicely coated. So we've got the hot oil in the pan over here. We've got the
Wow.
oops. We've got the quail being marinated.
Yep.
There we are. We'll get rid of that there out of the way there.
In that kitchen, if we were together cooking.
I think it would have been absolute.
Well,
yeah.
if I can take you through the recipe how I'm going
This
to do it.
looks really good. What do you think?
Nice. Yeah.
So,
Is it
yeah, that's
marinated
marinated one. So you need to do all the rest in the same way.
You're a
If
busy
we
chef
run out of
now.
something, we'll add some more marination.
Yeah. If you carry on doing all the quail there, we'll put this one to one side.
So how we'll proceed with the recipe is like we've got the hot pan. We'll add some spices, some handful of spices like cardamom, cloves, and a little bit of cinnamon. And then we'll temper it. We'll add a little bit of onions just to sear the onions. Do not color them. And then one by one we'll place the quails in the position that we wanted to cook in. And then keep on turning that regularly. We will
You're good at this, aren't you?
I'm getting there.
when we are halfway through the recipe, we'll add some yogurt. Now this yogurt has been beaten along with chickpea flour, so it holds itself.
Right, yeah.
It'll provide the base of the dish. With some brown onion paste, like it's typically fried onion paste, which adds to the natural sweetness of the dish. And then finish it with a lot of brown onions and some ginger and some chili and cover it so it gets absorption.
It's making me hungry. Is it you?
Oh, goodness.
Are you a bit hungry over there? Yeah. Okay. Right. So
Should
it's
I
all
leave one
happening
for
here
Sir
now.
Iqbal?
I would
Come
love
in.
to. No problem.
Oh no, we've got another recipe for you. Don't you worry.
I see.
We've got another recipe for
Oh, I
you.
got the messy
You've
one
got the easy one there.
Yeah. You've got the chicken biryani.
Ah,
Yeah,
my
so-
God. Yes, okay.
That's it.
There
Right,
you go.
so-
I've started adding
One more?
the ingredients here.
Can we manage one more? We'll get one more done. I think we're out of
and
the
then- and then-
marinating,
yeah.
aren't we?
Then we can
That's
make
it.
some more marinade if you want.
Yeah. That's good. So Cinnamon Kitchen. How long have you been at the Cinnamon Kitchen in Abdul?
Well, Cinnamon Kitchen is a sister concern of Cinnamon Club. After having this concept of modern Indian food and redefining the cuisine, Chef Vivek Singh, who's my CEO and an executive chef of the brand, he along with me, we opened the Cinnamon Kitchen as well. The idea of opening Cinnamon Kitchen was to basically get that top-end food that we've already were a pioneer of in Britain to the mid-market where the majority of the horizon increases. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
fine.
that's good.
Absolutely. Yeah, there you go.
Brilliant.
Very good.
You can wash
Maybe-
hands down now. You'll be pleased to know.
Maybe we can finish the entire lot.
Oh no, here we go.
You're serious?
Oh yeah, we'll go with a few more. Here we go.
Because I mean, obviously, this is something which needs a bigger base, and the more in number
Oh, the more the better.
is the better for the food to be cooked.
This one is really spicy.
So that's it into there.
Is that it?
And that all gets mixed in again like before.
Yeah. So I mean, the idea of opening Cinnamon Kitchen was to get that cuisine to those who would not generally go to the high-end restaurants to try fine dining, but obviously to have a younger and a more vibrant, approach to this sort of a food.
Right, yeah.
So what we've done is we've not curtailed with the quality of the cuisine or with the branding or with the seriousness that we have an approach towards the spices and the food, but it's just to make the ambience a little more young and vibrant for youngsters, for people in the city. Yeah, so we've got Cinnamon Club and Cinnamon Kitchen, and now we also have Cinnamon Soho, which is yet another casual approach to it. So Chef Vivek Singh, along with me and the other head chefs here, we've tried to protect the brand and to bring them to the doors of the people who would not generally go out and dine. Or who would not, I mean, it's basically to encourage people to come and see what modern food is all about.
That's right, to be inspired as well into new recipes and presentations, all these kind of things too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely,
right, how are we doing over here?
Is a must.
Just the
We've
last
got the last one to go. So we've got the last quail just going in the marinade now.
And a neck.
Oh, that can go in, yeah, stick it all in. That's it. We'll get these out of the way there. Well, actually, we're calling you three today, as all our guests, haloodies. Do you know what a haloodie is? A haloodie is someone that's obviously like in food, like a foodie, but obviously halal-style foods and ingredients and so on, all kind of merged together. So haloodies are what you are today. So spread the word. Okay,
I think it's a wonderful initiative, linking up the halal food with such sort of modern trend of cooking.
It just makes sense, doesn't it?
Wonderful.
It really does.
And this is where I think the new generation is now much more inclined to it. When you see many programs on the television, and this sort of initiative, I think, is something that was really timely and very much, hopefully, a successful.
That's really good. Right, okay, so the quail's going into the pan there. We'll just dry our hands down, we'll get rid of our bowl out of the way there. There we go. Okay, Abdul, so the quail are just coming out of the cooking pot and now into the sauce. We'll leave you there for, what, 2 or 3 minutes just to finish off this one?
Yeah, absolutely. 2 or 3 minutes should be all right.
Right, okay, how are we doing then, Chef?
But ideally, this is a very straightforward and a simple recipe. I mean, it can be done by just simply following the steps that we've designed in the recipe, absolutely.
This is the art, chef, how you present the food.
That's what it's food on
the
plate.
That's something which we need to figure out.
I would say gone
Cooking
are the
is
days,
no problem, but then putting the presentation, because then it attracts you.
I would say gone are the days when people used to just, dish it out on the plate and eat. But people, I mean, it first starts from the eye and then it goes to the...
And this is ginger?
This is slices of ginger.
Fresh ginger, mint.
It's testing
Really
your patience.
It really is.
Brown onions.
We're all drooling here, aren't we?
This is like adding more and more texture to the dish.
Look at that.
Yes.
That's your...
It goes further away.
And what's the full name of the dish? Quail?
This is slow roasted quail with ginger, mint, and yogurt.
Absolutely fabulous. Thank you very much, Abdul. So we're going to go to a little break now. We're going to come back with Iqbal Sukrani, Sir Iqbal Sukrani, where we're going to be cooking a chicken biryani. So join us back again in just a few moments. Hello and welcome back to haloodies. We're here again. We've just had a fabulous recipe by Chef Abdul Yassin, the quail recipe which you saw earlier. We're back again now with another recipe which we're going to have prepared, which is a chicken biryani. And we're going to have the help of one of our other special guests here today with this one, Sir Iqbal Sukrani, who's going to come and join us for our next recipe. So, Abdul, what are we going to be cooking? We've mentioned it's a biryani.
Among the thousands of delicacies that come around with the Indian and the Pakistani cuisine, something which is as grand and it stands itself as an identity is a biryani. Now, there is quite a few different approaches of making biryanis. Like, you go to the north, you go to the south and east of India. People have got their own ways of doing it. But I would say nothing can beat, or nothing is as special as a Hyderabadi biryani, I would say. The recipe will have 3 steps. One of them will be the marination. Now the chicken, I'm using boneless chicken. It is easier to cook, it is faster to cook, but nothing can beat a chicken with bone on a biryani. But just because of the time restraint, the biryani will be like, we'll marinate the chicken, we'll heat the pan, we'll sear the chicken along with the spices that goes along with that. There's another pan in which there's a water being boiled. So what I've done in the water is like I've added some similar spices that goes for the chicken in the water. Now the rice will be parboiled there.
I see.
Approximately 75% of the boiling is done there. So it absorbs all the spices and the flavors in the water. Then we drain the water and we layer the rice on top of the biryani and add a special sort of a preparation which has got some ghee and a little bit of mace and cardamom powder, some cream, some saffron, a bit of a nutmeg powder on top of that, a little bit of mint and some ginger, and then we trap the steam.
Right.
So the thing is, the right proportion of rice and the meat, equal amount of gap you leave in the pan, and then you have a lid. So when the vapor arises from there, it hits to the lid and it precipitates down and it's been absorbed. So that is biryani.
And what we're going to do first?
The first is citrusness, lemon. Yeah, lemon actually helps the meats to open the pores, and any sort of marinades or any sort of spices you put into it, it absorbs into it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a
Lemon
science.
juice first.
Lemon is like an important ingredient. in a lot.
Absolutely. For any marination,
Yeah.
lemon juice is really, really important. Now, I'll just quickly take you through the marination. I put lemon juice, salt, a little bit of sugar.
Sugar.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ginger garlic paste.
First time. Good. Yeah, I see.
Ginger garlic paste. And then we can have chili powder,
Extra half would do good as well. Yeah.
half of the chili thing.
Great.
Do you like a lot of chilies in your biryanis?
I enjoy
or-
my hot food.
You do like it hot?
Generally hot food. But
It has to
biryani,
be,
I guess,
hasn't it?
spicy, yeah.
This is for those healthy lovers. A little bit of ghee.
Ghee there, yeah. It's clarified butter.
When I say healthy lovers, because obviously
Not to show healthy.
biryani is something which can spoil you.
With the ghee, yeah.
But you want to be spoiled not every single day, but one day in the week or maybe
You
one day
forego the
in 2
cholesterol
weeks.
side of it one side.
Yeah, that's the one side. I mean,
you can have
again,
a combi-
we're
you can
sharing
have
this, aren't we?
Yeah, you can have a combination of ghee and a little bit of oil. So that should be all right. So now you'll have to, again, like I said,
Put my.
dig your hands in
It's
and
really
I'd love
good.
to do that.
Yeah,
That's
you've got to
something
get
which
stuck in
yes,
now, so
absolutely no problems.
you're in charge of
like
the chicken
yourself,
there now.
I found it's great
it.
stuff.
Oh, a little bit of sliced or diced, chef?
you can slice the onions here, so we'll start it off here.
Right, yeah.
All right, so at this stage, we're having some sliced onion. I'll saute some sliced onion. By the time the meat is marinated, the meat is ready for it. We'll do some sliced onion. We'll do some slices of chilies, slices of ginger, juliennes of ginger. Now, juliennes, obviously, it's thin strips of anything could be termed as juliennes. And then we'll
There
have
we
some...
are, sir. Yeah, look,
Wonderful.
we're,
But
going,
chef,
we're going careful here.
Chef, my wife always likes to marinate and leave it one side for a few hours. Is that always beneficial somehow?
It is good
Yeah.
to do it that way.
Sliced
Yeah,
ginger?
it's
Some more of
Oh, more onions. There we go. Yeah, onions feature quite heavily in the recipe, I guess, don't they?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Get these off here. There we go. So, I mean, obviously, we're here on a food programme. You all like your food. Have you heard about a fabulous food festival taking place here in London in September?
I've heard about it, and it's something which I think very much looking forward to attending it. I think it's perhaps the first time where the festival is planned for the consumers.
The Halal
So
Food
it's
Festival.
Halal food. So
That's
it's something
right.
which every family would like to bring their children in, enjoy, see what's available. I think it's at Excel.
London Excel, that's
Excel,
right, yeah.
yeah.
27th, 28th, 29th of September.
September.
I'll look forward to
Wonderful.
seeing you there. Ginger chef, how do you want the ginger
I
slicing?
want the ginger sliced and cut into julienne.
Julienne.
Yeah, if you could
Do we
both of them.
know what julienne is? Some technical names now. Julienne is like very thin little matchsticks.
Okay, all right.
Very
okay.
thin little matchsticks.
But ginger basically helps to bring the meat a bit more, isn't it? Cooks the meat, it brings it.
What is that?
Ginger. To
Yeah, any spices can be termed as something that tenderizes meat because it's a treatment. It's a treatment which has an effect on.
yeah.
Chef.
Yeah. This will be for the last.
There we go.
Yeah, we can
Shall I
go
just
a
mix it
little
up?
quick. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so the onions are in, we've got the chicken marinated, we've got the ginger and the chilies organised. We need to do, was it a dressing we need to prepare as well, Abdul?
Once we put the chicken to cook,
Oh, the chicken gets started first.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So we will have the chicken get to cook. I will just saute it a few times. Now we have a measure of the rice, and this rice will go to the water which has been
Already
simmering with
boiled.
the same spices that I have done.
And this would normally be cooked on the bone, as you said, so you get more flavour. But just for the time, we're doing it in...
Yeah. I mean, because it is boneless chicken, it will not take too much time.
Yeah.
Now, if you could give this back to me, and what you would do is just to combine a few ingredients that I told you.
Right,
This
so we've got the ghee
The ghee,
into here. Into the ghee we put
mix the ghee with a little bit of cream.
a couple of spoonfuls.
Yep.
Is it just fresh cream?
Yes.
There we go.
Pinch of saffron.
And this is mace and cardamom ground
Yes.
together, isn't it? So
Yeah.
smell
Mace
that
and
there.
cardamom ground
Really
together.
fabulous, isn't it?
Really great.
How much? Little pinch? a proper
that's
pinch.
enough.
There we go.
My
2
nieces
pinches
love
of-
this different the spices along there.
Now, what you can do is you can bring this and keep it here so it
Just
becomes
onto the heat
yeah,
there?
absolutely. You can leave it in that.
And that'll just melt down and all infused with all
It will form a clarification.
clarification, yeah. Okay, so we've got the rice in the seasoned water with all the herbs, the salt and the spices. The chicken's nicely cooking. A little bit of ghee into the rice there, wasn't
Yeah.
it then?
Yes.
And this is our our other ingredients, the butter, the cream, the mace, and the cardamom, just sitting there warming through now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's already there.
Yeah.
So it's just a finishing sort of a spice towards the end. So now you have this in low temperature. So gradually your meat will be cooking.
So you'd cook it slowly normally, but obviously for a programme we're doing it a bit more fast track, really.
Yeah.
You can see that in there, look, really fabulous colours and
coming up, yes,
flavours
exactly.
running through there.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So we will definitely put a little bit of
So you can go the chilies.
some
Okay,
ginger, some brown onions to the first,
Right.
in the first sort of a.
I see you've got some saffron here as well.
Yeah, this saffron we've already added to the initial
Right, yeah.
preparation towards the end. What you could do here is you could add, you can pluck some fresh.
So some fresh mint, just plucking
Fresh
from
mint,
the
fresh coriander, dip it in the
stalk there,
water.
yeah.
And add some more of.
And some more ginger.
Yeah, dip it in water because when you add ginger in water, it basically keeps the freshness of the ginger for a long time.
Ah, that's something new, isn't there? Wonderful. So ginger dipped in water into the dressing there, and then with the picked mint leaves as well.
How much wood is it? You're going to use all of it?
I think, yeah, a good handful, I think, isn't it, Chef?
Yeah.
A good handful of the mint leaves. We've got a few more there if we need them. But again, always dipped in water first of all. There's a few more there to dip into the water as well.
There is one more trick.
Ah, another trick.
Okay, there's another trick with the biryani. When you're boiling the water of the biryani, you squeeze some lemon in there and leave the lemon there only.
Leave the lemon inside.
What does the lemon do?
Well, because it is citrus in nature, it allows the grains to be separate. It does not stick the grains together.
Right. We've got our dressing here with the mint in the ginger.
Yeah.
Does that need to stay warm or just as it is?
It can be staying like that only, just
As it
warm.
is there, yeah.
It doesn't need to be cooked.
There we go.
So now at this stage, we will check the seasoning of this pot.
So we're just pinking a little bit more of the mint leaves here, ready for finishing the biryani off. So
Well,
you're going to spray the rice there, Chef. Shall I hold that there?
Yeah, a bit careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be...
No, we're okay.
Okay, so that's
Straight
the
in.
rice.
Again, nice delicate rice there. It's not, as you said, it's not all clumped together, has it?
Yes, this is the reason why it has happened like that is because you had exposed it to a little bit of citrus and some ghee. Now you need to move the lemon away from this because it would spoil your biryani. Oh, sorry for the mess.
And the rice goes on the top. Just fold it a little
Just
bit.
a little bit. You don't need, or else you need the white part of the rice to stay.
That's kind of part of the characteristics of the rice being separate from the actual the chicken itself.
So at this stage, because you can see that the seasoning of the rice is pretty much what you would want it to be.
Yeah, you've got the salt flavour, but it's not excessive, is it?
No, very true. And that little bit of cooking is done. Is what, 70% done?
70% is done.
So it's a little bit nutty still.
Yeah.
And that's the cream, the ghee, the ginger, the mint,
Yeah.
the mace, the cardamom powder all going in.
Still can put a little bit of lemon. And then you can have...
What was that about cholesterol again?
Yes, but then we have got the chilies which will neutralize it.
Yeah,
as
that
well.
is
Yes,
true.
the
Yeah,
chili will
yeah.
neutralize this, definitely. That was a good say. And then loads of brown onions to finish this. And the powdered spice that you use, this is a nutmeg, grated nutmeg powder.
Grated nutmeg, yeah.
Yeah, it adds to the
I
aroma.
haven't seen much garlic being used.
No,
We
very
use
little.
some ginger garlic paste. Yeah, so raw garlic, normal garlic,
And the rose water.
we could
Yes,
avoid the normal garlic.
That's quite a useful, one of the rare, I think, foods where we can get the rose water.
That's it, yeah. And a real family sharing meal, isn't it, really?
So we could basically add a little bit of stock if in case you feel that it will need some more time to cook. Slowing the...
Have we got a serving plate, Chef, or we serve from the pan?
It will
or?
take a while.
It'll take a while.
Yeah.
You know,
we
one
can
thing,
use
Chef,
one of those
which
plates.
Mum used to, and we used to remember biryani most, is once it's done, they used to put this flour
Yeah.
coating
Yeah.
at the end. What's that for?
I don't want to be offending my mom as well.
Right, okay.
But my scientific approach to that is because in the houses, when you drop your containers 15, 20 times, the level of the containers it changes. So it is basically a seal that you make.
Yeah.
The idea is not to allow the steam to come out.
Okay.
Now, if you have a lid which has been fallen down 15 times,
Yes.
and then it does not appear to be straight,
Then it's
so you need to have some sort of a filling
to
to cover,
ensure
trap the steam,
right,
but not offending anymore.
no
Yeah.
more. Right.
Okay, how are we doing for service then, chef? Are we?
All right, for service, this biryani is being cooked for at least, let's say, 7 minutes in absorption after it's been layered, and it can be served straight.
So there we have it. Chef Abdul, 2 fabulous recipes, 3 fantastic guests. What do we think to these recipes? Let's dig in, shall we? Grab your forks. Let's have a little taste. Are we on the...
We're going to give a go ahead, so there'll be a set.
That clap of yours.
Ladies first. Ladies first, as always. There we are. So if you'd like to try the chicken biryani, and we'll have hopefully some nice comments back for Abdul's recipes here today. So have a little taste there.
enough.
Yeah, tuck in, dig in there. Just help yourself, chef.
Belgium.
Take one bite.
Tell your place. Thank you.
Very tasty.
Very tasty. That's pretty good.
बहुत मजेदार.
Oh, there you go.
Delicious. Remembers Mum's biryani now. Chef?
You can get that little bit of lemon, can't you? Just in the background. Really
Oh,
good.
it's very important that
Yeah.
the lemon should be added in a time when actually it can be exposed to the entire pot. You can, if you squeeze your lemon towards the end, it will only expose itself to only a fraction of it.
It is a taste of the biryani, which is, there's a specific taste.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
That's what you
real.
expect, isn't it? Really
And
good.
also the process could be simple and everyone could follow it, but it's the experience which counts. I mean, you do it every time, and then you will realize from your own, experience that what you didn't do last time, which you want to do now. So that's what makes it, a dish.
So you've given me a clear 95, 98% to our...
I think we've got a vote of
Best
confidence
biryani
for this
I've
one,
ever had.
haven't we?
Alhamdulillah. Now,
And what about...
now let's
Nothing
see,
like the biryani that we had before.
let's see how the quail
How
has
about
been
the
done.
quail? Let's
Najib's
have,
quail now, his marination.
Now, if you can carve the quail, that would be really good. Yeah, interested to try this one. I haven't tried quail for quite a long time, so it should be really good.
In Cinnamon Kitchen, I'm doing this recipe where I'm basically spatchcocking the quail from into two and marinating and doing it as a tawa style. A tawa style is a very street food influence into a dish, where the dish is, where the actual meat is only exposed to the hot griddle. And it cooks there only sitting in the hot griddle, and it's been served straight from the griddle. It's really nice.
Fabulous. There we go. We've got 2 fabulous recipes, 1 fantastic chef. Thank you to Abdul for these recipes you've done here today at Cinnamon Kitchen. Thank you for our haloodies. Don't forget, Halal Food Festival, 27th, 28th, 29th September, London Excel. I look forward to seeing you there. Have a great time in America. Join us again soon here on Haloodies. More cooks, more chefs, more guests, more food, and we're talking halal haloodies all the way. Thanks for joining.